From the frozen north to the sun-drenched south, the noble families of Westeros have shaped the destiny of the realm through their honor, ambition, and power. We will talk about great houses that govern each of the 7 kingdoms of Westeros, and also briefly discuss some other notable ones. The mighty House of Dragons will be at the end of this video. Let's start with the biggest region, the North. House Stark, one of the oldest noble houses in Westeros, rules the North from the ancient fortress of Winterfell. They trace their lineage back over 8,000 years to Bran the Builder, a legend from the Age of Heroes who built both Winterfell and the Ice Wall. Their house motto, "Winter is coming," reflects the unforgiving nature of their homeland, and also serves as a warning to enemies. They worship the old gods of the forest, a tradition dating back to their ancestors, the First Men. The Starks have a long-standing reputation for honor, loyalty, and duty. They often prioritize these values above all else, even their own lives. Their sigil is a gray direwolf on a white field, symbolizing their strength, loyalty, and connection to the wilderness of the North. The Stark family members typically have long faces, brown hair, and gray eyes. Some have the ability to enter the minds of their dire wolf pets as wargs, giving them the ability to experience the senses of their dire wolves and to see through their eyes. They traditionally bury deceased members of their family in the crypts below Winterfell. Some other notable houses in the North are House Bolton, known for their flayed man sigil and ruthless methods, rule from the Dreadfort and have a history of rivalry with the Starks. House Manderly, wealthy and influential, rules from White Harbor, the North's main port, and are loyal supporters of House Stark. House Umber, known for their fierce warriors and loyalty, rule from Last Hearth, the northernmost stronghold in the North. House Karstark, a cadet branch of House Stark, rules from Carhold and is known for their martial prowess. House Mormont, known for their hardy and fierce warriors, especially the women, rule from Bear Island. Next, we move to the Riverlands, the central region of Westeros, renowned for its fertile lands and numerous rivers, particularly the mighty Trident. Serving as a crucial crossroads for the 7 kingdoms, the Riverlands are ruled by House Tully. Their sigil is a silver trout leaping on a striped field of blue and mud red, and their house words are family, duty, honor. The Tullys are known for their strong sense of familial loyalty and responsibility. They often play pivotal roles in Westeros politics through strategic marriages and alliances. Lady Catelyn Stark of House Tully is a great example. The Tullys have a long history of defending their lands and people from external threats. They follow the faith of the Seven and worship in a sept within their seat of Riverrun. The God's Wood of Riverrun is used for relaxation rather than religious purposes. The next biggest house in the Riverlands is House Frey. They basically make their living by being in a strategic location of the Twins, positioned at a crossing over the Green Fork of the Trident. The Freys amassed wealth and influence by charging tolls and securing advantageous marriages. We all saw what happened to Robb Stark at the Red Wedding when he refused to marry Wood of Frey's daughter. The 2 other notable houses in the Riverlands are the Bracken and the Blackwood. They don't particularly like each other. We saw in House of the Dragon Season 2 that these 2 houses engaged in a bloody battle, kickstarting the Targaryen civil war that spread throughout the realm. Moving to the eastern side of Westeros, the Vale. Surrounded by the Mountains of the Moon, the Vale is one of the most defensible regions in Westeros. House Arryn rules the Vale of Arryn from the impregnable Eyrie, a castle high in the Mountains of the Moon. To reach Eyrie, one has to pass through a narrow pass with a series of keeps called Gates of the Moon. Similar to the Tullys, and in contrast with the Stark, the Arryn are descendants of the Andals, who invaded and settled in Westeros thousands of years ago. They place a high value on chivalric ideals and knighthood, reflecting the Andal traditions. Their motto is, "As high as honor," and their sigil is a sky-blue falcon soaring against a white moon on a sky-blue field. The Game of Thrones series opens with the death of Jon Arryn, head of House Arryn, who served as King Robert Baratheon's Hand of the King. Some other houses in the Vale are House Royce of Runestone, House Corbray of Heart's Home, and House Hunter of Longbow Hall. On the other side of the continent, the Westerlands. House Lannister, the wealthiest house in Westeros, rules the Westerlands from their seat at Casterly Rock, a formidable fortress carved into a massive rocky promontory overlooking the Sunset Sea. Their gold mines provide the economic foundation of their power, allowing them to exert significant influence over the realm. The Lannisters are known for their golden hair and striking looks, often embodying a mix of charm and cunning. The sigil features a golden lion on a crimson field. Their official motto is, "Hear me roar," but most people know the phrase, "A Lannister always pays his debts." It can be understood as both financial debt and retribution. The Game of Thrones series heavily featured strong characters from the Lannister family: Tywin, Cersei, Jaime, and Tyrion. Next, we have House Tyrell of Highgarden, ruling over the fertile and populous region of the Reach, is renowned for its wealth derived from bountiful harvests and beautiful gardens. Highgarden, their ancestral seat, is a magnificent castle surrounded by lush fields and vibrant flowers. The Tyrells are known for their strategic marriages and alliances, often using charm and diplomacy to secure their position. We all saw how skillfully Olenna and her daughter, Marjorie Tyrell, navigated the complexities of court politics to elevate the family's status. Their motto is "Growing Strong," and the sigil is a golden rose on a green field. Down to the southwest side of the Reach, we have House Hightower. The Hightowers are known for their distinctive appearance, often possessing pale skin and silvery hair, a trait that some speculate hints at ancient ties to Valyria. The family has a long history of wealth and influence, bolstered by their control over the ancient port city of Old Town, which houses the Citadel, the headquarters of the Order of Maesters, and the Starry Sept, once the seat of the Faith of the Seven. The Hightowers are at the heart of intellectual, spiritual, and commercial activity. The Hightowers are among the oldest and proudest of the great houses. They have often preferred trade instead of war, acting as intermediaries and power brokers. They have also avoided many wars because of their support for the Faith of the Seven. The sigil of House Hightower is a white stone watchtower, with a fire on the top representing the real structure, a massive lighthouse that serves as a guiding beacon for ships navigating the Whispering Sound. Another notable house in the Reach is House Tarly of Horn Hill, known for their martial prowess and honor. We all love Samwell Tarly from the Game of Thrones series, who doesn't look like a typical Tarly, but he's strong from the inside. Off the western coast of Westeros, we have House Greyjoy rules over the Iron Islands. Their seat, Pike, is a rugged castle perched on a series of rocky cliffs overlooking the sea. The Greyjoys are known for their fierce independence, seafaring skills, and raiding culture, often engaging in piracy and reaving. Their sigil features a golden kraken on a black field, symbolizing their dominion over the seas and their fearsome nature. The house motto, "We do not sow," reflects their disdain for agriculture and their reliance on taking what they need through force. The Greyjoys have a long history of rebellion and conflict with the mainland, striving to maintain their autonomy and way of life. Members of the family tend to be attractive and tall. They often have black hair and dark black eyes. They have their own religion, worshipping the drowned god. One of the most distinctive religious practices among the Ironborn is the ritual of drowning and resurrection, in which the priest literally drowns the person and then performs CPR until he or she spits up water. Moving south to the Dorne, known for its hot climate and distinct culture influenced by Rhoynish customs, we have House Martell. Their seat, Sunspear, is a sun-drenched castle complex located along the coast of the Summer Sea. The Martells are unique among the great houses for their equal treatment of men and women in matters of inheritance and leadership. Their sigil is a red sun pierced by a gold spear on an orange field, symbolizing their fierce and resilient nature. The house motto, "Unbowed, Unbent, Unbroken," encapsulates their determination and enduring strength. The Martells have a history of defiance and independence, maintaining a distinct identity within the Seven Kingdoms. Dorne is the only kingdom that successfully fenced off the Targaryen conquest. The ruling princess of Dorne, Marya Martell, famously said, "You may burn us, my lady, but you will not bend us, break us, or make us bow. This is Dorne. You are not wanted here. Return at your peril." The mighty Rhaenys and Meraxes were even killed during an assault on the Hellholt. An iron bolt from a scorpion, a giant crossbow, struck Meraxes in the eye, causing the dragon to crash to the ground, killing both dragon and rider. Ultimately, the Targaryens had to accept that Dorne could not be conquered by force. Over a century later, Dorne was brought into the realm through marriage and diplomacy rather than war. To the northeast side of Dorne is the Stormland, a rugged and stormy region with House Baratheon ruling. Their ancestral seat, Storm's End, is a massive and ancient fortress famed for its ability to withstand sieges and the fierce storms that batter the coast. The Baratheons are known for their formidable martial prowess and strong-willed nature. Members of the family tend to be tall and powerfully built, with black hair and blue eyes, as well as strong, square jawlines. They are known for their mercurial tempers. Their sigil features a crowned black stag on a gold field, symbolizing strength and nobility. The house motto, "Ours is the Fury," reflects their fierce and unyielding spirit. House Baratheon gained prominence when Robert Baratheon led a rebellion against the Targaryen dynasty, eventually becoming king of the Seven Kingdoms. Now we move to some of the most important houses in the House of Dragon series. House Velaryon of Driftmark rules the island of Driftmark, the largest island of Blackwater Bay in the Crown Lands. Their castles include Driftmark and High Tide. The head of House Velaryon is titled Lord of the Tides and Master of Driftmark. Their arms depict a silver seahorse on sea green. House Velaryon is of Valyrian descent, and its members often have Valyrian features, such as silver gold or silver hair and purple eyes. In the show, they distinctively depict the Velaryon as black skin with silver hair. They are known for their maritime prowess, commanding a powerful fleet that often serves the royal house. House Velaryon's wealth comes from their control of shipping and trade routes, making them an influential naval power. Loyal allies to the Targaryens, they have a storied history of supporting their kin in times of war and peace. Finally, last but not least, the House of Dragon, the House of Blood and Fire. House Targaryen arrived in Westeros centuries before the events of the main series, marking their arrival with the construction of the imposing Red Keep in King's Landing. Their sigil, a three-headed dragon on a field of black, symbolizes their connection to the mythical creatures that once made them the dominant force in the Seven Kingdoms. Thanks to the ancient blood magic, the Targaryen was able to connect their bloodline with the dragons, allowing each family member to bond, claim, and ride with a dragon. One person can only claim one dragon, and one dragon can only have one rider at a time. Only when the rider is dead, the dragon can be claimed by another rider with Targaryen blood. Watch this video to know about the history, traits, and riders of all 26 known dragons in history. The Targaryen family is notable for their distinctive Valyrian features: silver hair and violet or indigo eyes that set them apart from their predominantly Westerosi population. They often married within their own family to preserve their Valyrian bloodlines, which sometimes led to instability and occasional bouts of madness among certain rulers, due to the genetic trait known as Targaryen madness. Throughout their history, House Targaryen produced a line of rulers known for their often charismatic and sometimes ruthless leadership. Their rule was marked by periods of stability and prosperity, as well as tumultuous times of civil war and rebellion, fueled by both internal and external challenges to their authority. Despite their formidable presence and the awe-inspiring nature of their dragons, the house faced decline and near extinction during Robert's Rebellion, when the last Targaryen king, Aerys II, was overthrown by Robert Baratheon. Survivors of the rebellion, such as Daenerys Targaryen, fled into exile across the Narrow Sea, as we all saw from the Game of Thrones series.